If you want to group your student in Canvas and then have those same groups in breakout sessions in Webex, this video will show you how. I am going to walk you through setting up groups using the CSV roster in Canvas, then using that same roster to create those same groups in pre-assigned Webex breakout sessions. We are going to start in Canvas. Go into the People menu. Now click on Create a New Group Set. In the pop-up, give the group set a name and keep the radio button for I'll create groups later set, then save. Now press the Import button. The Import Groups pop-up appears. Notice this link here to download the course roster CSV file. On a side note, this is a great hidden tool and could be used for other things as well. Once you open that CSV with either Excel or Google Sheets, you will notice that there is an empty column on the end for group names. I'm going to expand the sections column to see that group name column alone. And now I'm going to group my students by putting the group name I want them in the last field. Students in the same group need to have the identical group name. You can have as many groups as you want, and if it's easier for you to check once you have your groups in, you can you can sort your sheet by the groups column once you're done to make sure that you have enough students in each. Once you've given each student a group, save the file. Now go back to the Import Group screen in Canvas. Click on the rocket or drag and drop your updated and saved roster. Canvas will give you a message that your groups are being created, and it could take a while, but once it's done, you should have all your students in them. Let's go into Webex and replicate these groups. First, though, we will alter your Canvas roster CSV format to match the Webex pre-assigned breakout CSV template. First, let's save this file as a different name just so we keep our Canvas one clean and in case we just make all sorts of mistakes. Go to File, Save As, and then just name it with Webex at the end or something like that. Make sure you save it as a CSV still. It doesn't matter what you name the file, it's the formatting of the file that the computer system cares about. Now delete the name column, Canvas user column, user ID, and sections. It's just the login ID that we need here, which is the MEID. I'm going to now make a third column, the email address column, by using Excel's concatenate formula. Start by entering the equal sign and then start typing concatenate. I can press tab once I see it there, and then now I'm going to enter the fields. I'm going to click on the MEID, and then I'm going to add a comma, and then type quotation marks, @ maricopa.edu, and quotation marks and parentheses and enter. You should have the email address for that first student now. And then we're going to fill the rest of the column with that formula by double-clicking the handle or clicking and dragging it down the column. We have to be able to delete the first column without messing up the email addresses. So we need to copy the new column, then paste the special values, the values only right there in that same column. Now we can delete the first column without ruining the addresses. The first column needs to be the group name, and it should be called pre-assigned session name. So I'll just change that title. And the second column should be email address. So now you should just have a CSV file that has only 2 columns. Let's save it and go into Webex. Enter through maricopa.webex.com. And now sign in with your MEID at maricopa.edu. You may have to go through the typical Maricopa sign-in process. From there, click on Meetings, and then if you have scheduled sessions from Canvas, you will see them here, and you can click on the one you want to use, and then use the pencil icon to edit the meeting. If you have reoccurring meetings set up, then you can choose to edit the entire series. I would probably do that so then all my students will be added to the invitation for the Webex meeting, and then I can always edit the groups as the class progresses. Hit OK. Now scroll down and click on Show Advanced Options. And now scheduling options. Check the box to enable breakout sessions. Normally, if I did not do that here, I would have to enable breakout sessions once I started the meeting. Now I'm going to click the link to pre-assign and choose manually in that pop-up, and now click create. Now at the bottom, there is the import from CSV file on the bottom left. And then when I click that, just like in Canvas, I have the option to download the template. We already did this, so now we just simply need to drag and drop or click to upload the roster we just formatted. Once done, your students will all populate the breakout session pre-assignments pop-up window in Webex with the group names. Click create to verify, and then check up above, and you're actually going to see all your students are now listed as attendees for this meeting as well. When you save the meeting, students will be sent an invite to the meeting. A word of caution here. At no point did Webex need to verify which Canvas course session I was importing students from. Okay, so if you have multiple sections of courses, then you should name your Webex sessions accordingly to help you during this phase of the process. You wouldn't want to upload students to the wrong Webex session. You may just have some unwanted guests at your next live section. As always, the CTLA is here to help. If you need help with this or another tool, check out our website at ctla.cgc.edu and complete the request for help if you get stuck.